Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing all well. So, any doubt with any of the design parameters? I am like in a like a process of checking everything point to point for every one of you. So, if anybody have any doubt with any sort of like regarding the design, please let me know. Ashutosh, Prem, Raj Rajeshwari, Ranjita, Vidyashri, Satendra, Shivam. Any one of you, any doubt? Let's meanwhile wait for 5 minutes because others are also joining. One more thing. How many of you know about the place Jamtara? Raise hands. Okay, Shivam know it. Anybody else? Shivam, how do you know that place? Tell me. Unmute yourself.
Few bunch of people they do online fraud
Netflix
from
का
that
मत बताना
place.
please. Netflix पे series आई है.
Not Netflix. Actually, that's a real series, but actually वहाँ के लोग ऐसे करते हैं. I mean, online fraud is very common over there.
Okay, okay, got that. So, मतलब you know about the place Jamtara.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
I have just attached phones and speaker. Just a moment. Yeah. Anybody else know about Jamtara? Shivam के अलावा? No one. Okay. Jamtara is a place in India where people like do cyber fraud or cyber crime. ऐसा होता है ना कि एसबीआई आपको कॉल करके बोलेगा नहीं कभी ये यू गिव योर ओटीपी एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. These frauds start from the place called Jamtara. I'll show you. So, okay, sir, these videos, Jamtara is a city notified in Jamtara district in the India, Jharkhand. It is a district headquarter. Okay, why it is famous for? Because of cyber fraud. आप लोग इसके बारे में पढ़ना. But why I am discussing these things today? Because I have a soil investigation of Jamtara. Sir, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ सीरीज देख के we can judge. But yeah, government is doing a lot of development. Even जामतारा में इफ यू सी आपका मोबाइल नेटवर्क ज्यादा अच्छा आएगा इन एनी अदर मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी. अगर आप किसी मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी में है, मुंबई, दिल्ली और समवेयर एल्स, you have a bad reception of phone call and all those things. But at a place called Jamtara, it is a excellent. Net speed is superb. Okay, so this is a soil investigation. The purpose of showing you this soil investigation is because I want to show you how the like you all have learned about that bearing capacity of soil is there. You have bearing capacity of soil, which is the like a strength of soil, and on the basis of we do design. But do other factors also be considered? Suppose compactions, suppose the height of a foundation or depth of a foundation, soil above foundation, those things. So I'll just take you to soil investigation. This is all this test. Borehole 1 2 3. What is borehole? Borehole is how we do testing. Anybody know about borehole? हम borehole से testing कैसे करते हैं? How we do borehole testing? Raise hands. No one. Read about it. Then laboratory testing, grain size, liquid limit, plastic limit. इसका मेरे को टेस्ट बताओ. All of you have liquid limit and plastic limit test in I think soil mechanics lab or geotech lab might be. Grain size analysis कैसे करते हैं? How we do grain size analysis? Any raise hand? Okay, Ashutosh, how we do grain size analysis? Raj Rajeshwari, yes, exactly. We do sieve analysis, liquidity, plasticity test. Have you done the Yes, Ashutosh.
So sedimentation analysis or pipette test.
Wait. Pipette test. I don't remember pipette test. Uh, Frankly speaking, plastic limit test is a like teacher will told you to make a thread of a clay of 3 mm or 4 mm like this. Very simple test. We used to like make a clay of sand or a what rate or mitti, whatever it is, and then we make strings. Rolling test. Yes, exactly. Raj Rajeshwari. Very nice. Then bulking and dry density testing. Oven में गरम करते we heat our soil in oven for you can say 24 hours. Then we dip in water and then the bulking. Natural moisture content. Yes. Specific gravity. We have a special equipment or a jar for specific gravity which have a conical head. I don't remember the name of that equipment, but yeah,
Pinometer.
jar is there. Very nice. Pinometer, yes, very nice. नाम सबको याद है, पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन मैं दे रहा हूँ, बस नाम बता रहे हो. फेल होंगे एग्जाम में. If somebody will ask you that एग्जाम में ना प्लीज स्पेसिफाई द ग्रेविटी स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी टेस्ट इक्विपमेंट, you will be fail. डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे रहा हूँ तब बता रहे हो. Be like you have to read it. Okay, you are doing structure designing, you have to work with these things. Then shears, direct shear test, so I also forget. Now foundation design aspects. Mainly the thing I want to show you is bearing capacity. Can you see this? Safe bearing capacity 10 per meter cube. Depth of foundation from existing ground level. Now you can see that your bearing capacity change once we decrease our height. So at the height of 3.5 meter from the ground level for boreholes, this is borehole P4 location, P16, P20 and P24. Can you see, suppose we take an example of P24 at 3.5 meter bearing capacity increase, at 4.5 3.35 is there, at 5.5 it is 40, at 6.5 it is 45. Why it is so? Tell me the reason why it is so. Also please like follow this code IS 6403. Anyone? हमारी bearing capacity जैसे हम depth में जा रहे हो increase क्यों हो रही है? Can anybody tell me? These are the calculations. I can't like convey the calculation, but this is the borehole symbol. Borehole. What is the density and the values what we have? That is there. Now anybody could tell me why the density of soil is getting increased once we like go deeper in the ground? Why? Anybody raise hand? Okay, somebody has raised hand. Prem. Yes, Prem, unmute yourself.
It's because of the weight of the soil above being below level. So
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
soil is
Actually,
quite
what happened?
yes,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हो. Actually क्या होता
yes,
है?
sir.
Suppose we have 4 layers.
So wait a second. There's an issue. There's
Suppose
the
this
issue of
is my
voice delay and
ground
echo.
level. Is there a problem with my voice?
No, sir. I'm hearing my own voice, and that too after 2 to 3 seconds. There's a voice delay and an echo.
Oh, anybody having the same problem? Please let me know. किसी को same problem हो रही है क्या? Echo की?
Yes, sir.
Okay. जिसको हो रही है just do one thing. Exit करके एक बार दोबारा entry करो and try to make yourself mute. I'll just test my speed. मेरी वॉइस क्लियर आ रही है? इफ जस्ट रेज हैंड if my voice is clear to everyone. There is no echo, no disturbances. Okay, thank you. Great. Let Prem and like that other person, I forgot the name. Let him join again. Is it Prem? Can you hear my voice clearly? I think there is no echo with my voice. Raise hand if it is clear. Great, great. Okay, so what happened? हमारे पास जो soil होती है ना, suppose we have layers in soil. Okay, these are the, suppose this is a top level 0. This is 1 meter. This is 2 meter. This is 3 meter. What will happen due to the pressure and flowing and all those things? This is a loose sand, but at the bottom of that, in second meter, it is a pretty compacted surface. वो बार बार, suppose if this is the same thing what we do with rollers, we compact our soil, and at the bottom after 3 meters is too much dense and compacted. It is very difficult for us to also to plow it. So this is the basic scenario. Okay, this is the basic scenario what we have. Now, suppose we have a bearing capacity of soil at 6.5 meter, which is 45 ton per meter square. Can you see this? Ton per meter square. Like people used to have like Newton per mm also. Those things will be there with them. So what we can do, we can just take it like 45 ton. Now, I'll take you to my foundation design. Now we'll start with the foundation design. So this is the actual building what we have already designed. We have done the foundation design. Now if you want to see the end result of these foundation, go to your post processing part, and in that go to reactions. You will have the reactions of all the 6 foundations. Along with that, in this node 1, node 2, node 3, all the foundation reactions will be available to you. What is the maximum, minimum? If you go to summary, the maximum will be highlighted in this dark color. What is the fx, fy, and mx, my, and z values? These will be given to you. Now, when we are doing foundation design, only these values are needed, not everything else. If your member is not designed, even your member is not designed, instead of concrete design, आपने design नहीं करा, you have only done the analysis with the loads. That's enough for the foundation. That is enough for the foundation. You need not to design this. Now, for foundation design, after doing analysis, the only requirement is that like we should run our analysis completely. After my analysis is like complete and successful, then we are going to do designing. There is no matter for error, like warnings. If error analysis complete, error will, if error is there, automatically the your analysis is not complete. It will hang in the middle. I'll go with close, go to foundation design here. We'll go to foundation design here. So now I'm going to give you an idea about foundation design, isolated foundation and draft foundation both. So before doing foundation design, you have to select how many supports you are using for the foundation design. I'm using all the supports. Now which load you want for foundation designing? See, sometimes people only take critical loading for the foundation, but I am taking all of them, include all. After including all, it will come in the bottom panel, which is your foundation loadings. Once I go to include all, I'll go to run foundation. It will take 2 minutes to open another software, which is Staad foundation. Now once the Staad foundation is open, just a moment. Okay, so what we have, with the mouse scroll you can zoom to your foundations, and you can see there like arrows that you can see. circle is for movements, and single up down or downwards and upwards arrow are for the forces. So why, first question, why in these three there is a you can say upwards arrow, and in this it is a downwards arrow? Because we have only put my loading in x direction, which is this. I put my loading in only in x direction here. So what happened? X direction mein when I'm loading, so what will happen? Building tend to lift this part and settle down this part. It will turn, rotate. So that is why it will show like this. Now, if you want to do the foundation design, first you have to see like we are doing isolated or we are doing combined footing. So for that view, just go to your view and go to top view. This is your top view. For selection, just click on your foundation. It will be green and red color. Then it is selected. Now what we'll do, we will do this two as a combined raft footing and these four as a isolated footing. For that, what we need to do, we have to start with our left hand side panels. How can I retrieve error? Save more. Okay, modulus of elasticity is this error Shubhankar is because of आपने अपने member में property assign नहीं करी. Means you have designed model a column, but आपने you haven't told software like column is of concrete or steel or what is the size of that. That is error in elasticity. If you want to see it, the shortcut for that is you go to your select by missing attribute, by missing elasticity. No entity with missing elasticity. You just search it out, you will find there might be some entities which are missing with elasticity. Okay, now back to foundation. In right hand side you will fill all the basic details for the, you can say title bars and all those. Mainly on left hand side we are going to work on. Okay, this is my working page. Now first is project info. You can put project info, general info. These are on the right hand side. Once you click on your panel on left hand side, the details will be on the left hand side. The main thing what we want, not foundation pan, all those things. The main thing is that we have to start up with the setup, job setup. हमें job setup करनी है. What do you mean by job setup? Means what we need to design. In foundation we can define different foundations. So basically the three foundation what we are working on, we'll go to job setup, create new job, click on that, a panel will appear. I'll first put job name. I'll put the job name to be ISO. Job type, isolated footing. You can see in this panel you have different options. Drop down menu, isolated, file cap, mat, and combination. Got it? So we are right now working on isolated footing. Then our design code, Indian, units will be automatically. Am I going to assign this for all supports? No, I'm going to assign it to only selected supports. How I can select my supports? I'll just drag my cursor. Only selected supports I'll take it. Now again it will ask, sir, you have 5 loadings in your software. Which loading do you want to take for this design of these supports? I want to take all these. I can take all of them. Like suppose for some critical reasons my seismic load is critical, so it will take design it according to my seismic load. The calculation, the best part of the Staad foundation will be the calculation will be available also to you. You can so that you can check with your code or manually if you want to do. Once you do it, at the bottom you have option called create node. Click on that. Done. Any doubt till now? Once you click on that, output file will be available to you. Now we don't need output file right now. We can zoom it. After creating it, you can have one more panel which is isolated footing in this. Now within this isolated footing, I'll go to design parameter, and within only these 5 commands are used for your designing. Any doubt till now? Anybody? Ankita, Ashutosh, Prem, Priyadarshan. Shivam, Shubhankar, Satyendra. Any doubt? Any one of you? Should I proceed? Raise hand if you got this much part. Okay, put down your hands now. Now within the first panel, under design parameter, you can see there is a detail of concrete and rebar. First, you have to tell what is the minimum and a maximum values for concrete, spacing, rebars, and like increments. So these will be covered with concrete and rebar. What is the concrete strength? M25 or M30, whatever it is, you just put it there. Suppose I am using M30. Maximum bar spacing. The maximum bar spacing according to code, IS code of a foundation, you have to check it. We'll keep it 50. Maximum bar spacing, sorry, minimum is 50, maximum is 500. I think 500 is too much for the foundation. We should keep it like bar spacing, maximum bar spacing of like 300 is I think enough. 300 according to code only 300 is there, so we'll change it to 300. Now strength of concrete, yield strength of steel. You have I think now we are available with steel strength of 650. How many of you seen TMT Surrey 650? 550, sorry. Do you understand this FE 500, FE 500D type TMT, TMT 500D, 550? So what is this TMT 550 or 500? This is the FY value of your like a yield strength of your bars. For a steel, we usually take it 250. So you can take it like 500 for this. If you go to Tata Steel, you have I think you are available with 600 and 650 also. See it. What is the difference between the 550D TMT and 600? Okay, all the sheets are available to you. Jindal Panther, benefit of FE 550. Got it? So these are the different steel specification also. Usually, very commonly 415 is used. Minimum bar size 6 mm. No, minimum bar size which is available in India is 8 mm. But in foundation we usually keep it 10 mm. Why? Anybody could tell me why we keep minimum foundation bar to 10 mm? Anybody? Raise hand. हम क्यों रखते हैं? Very small practice. Okay, who raise hand? Shubhankar. Yes, Shubhankar.
The steel area it would be increases. So due to the load bearing capacity of the why the steel will be the get increases.
Yeah, it will increase, but we can go with 8 mm also. But why we usually take 10 mm? 99% of the companies and contractor use 10 mm steel bars if they are concerned with the safety.
Because if we because the huge load and that will be comes from the superstructure to the substructure or the foundational part, and it will the disperse and along the periphery along the soil over the surface area of the soil. So due to which the load carrying capacity it would be the more na. So that's why the bar diameter it will be get increases.
I got it. But if suppose I'm making only first 1 floor building or 2 floor building, then I can go with 8 mm also. Why should I take 10 mm? The only reason why I'm taking 10 mm because you see my total concrete area is connected with soil. Suppose if groundwater level goes up and down, water level, we take 2 mm factor of safety for the rusting also. If 2 mm part of the iron bar get rusted, still I have the nominal bar size. Got my point?
Okay.
Because of rusting, because हमारा foundation में usually they are in a contact with soil, and soil tend to be damp. If you are living in a deserted area also, if you dig your soil for like 5 to 7 meters in depth, you will see there is a like part of moisture present in that.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
For moisture, because of moisture, so that we can provide extra resistant for rusting. Okay. What?
Sir, in the
How we can?
sir,
I, yes, Shubhankar.
sir, in the side and we can use the galvanized steel,
Yeah, we use every
galvanized iron steel.
we no galvanized are like we can use, but normal TMT bars I'm not sure they are galvanized. I forget it. What happened? Sometimes we do add additives in cement. You have learned about concrete technology, the additives we add in cement. Uh, the most common is like retarders and accelerators are used for winter places and summer places. Those additives we add.
Uh,
Apart from these, we sometimes we put in road. You have seen like they put a plastic like layering below the you can say foundation, waterproofing kind of
yes,
a
sir.
thing. So there are so many things that we provide. Apart from this, they provide 30 extra cover also. Usually the concrete cover is of 25 to 30 in beam and column, but if it is in foundation, it is of around more than 30 40 50 we can take. Okay, the best thing to prevent my iron or a bar from the resistance is rust only. If rust is there, rust form a layer on top of it and it will not be further corroded, but
Okay.
it will tend to cracks also. So like lot of things happen simultaneously. It is an aging thing factors. Okay, so for that I'll take 415 is good. Minimum bar size is 10, 32. We have maximum. I have kept 32 because if I'm going with 64, I have 60 also. It is very difficult to bar bending for 64. Only machines can do it. Have you ever seen machines for the bar bending? Anyone of you? Okay, no problem. Hand tools are there and fixed tools are there. Okay, if you have seen. Great. After selecting these, do I want to set default for further? If I want to, I can. If I don't want, I need not to. I'll put it like default, yes. Then cover and soil. Cover and soil is a very important thing. Soil is a drained conditions or undrained conditions. Suppose it is a drained condition, bottom clear cover. Shubhankar, get my point. I am increasing the bottom clear cover also. For foundation it is 50. For columns and beam it is like minimum is 25 to 30. Unit weight of soil, then bearing capacity of soil. These all will be from where you can get these all from your client. I have shown you this report is your soil report. You can get all these details from your soil report. You can see it here. Can you see the water depth, depth of water table? You can see if you are doing this grain analysis, liquidity, bulking test, natural moisture content. This is condition for drained or undrained soil. Natural moisture content. I can show you lot of reports of lot of you can say projects. This is an actual road project site. So like both, that's why we have different boreholes and the value for boreholes are different. But if it's a home site for of like 50 by 50 meter, it is the same. This is a road site project, road project mainly. I'll go to again back. Then soil bearing capacity 100 kilonewton per meter square. So you have seen like kiloton per meter square. You have seen it in your report. It is ton. Ton is 1000 kg per meter square. So we have 45,000 kg per meter square. So it is like bearing capacity of 450, which is small q. What is small q? Small q क्या होता है? In formulas अभी बताया मैंने. I have told you just now. Small q is the bearing capacity. While doing the designing by hand, bearing capacity is small q. Let's keep it like 150 or something. 120 is very nominal. In exam papers you will get 120 bearing capacity and all those. Depth of soil above footing. So now the software is asking how deep is your foundation? I'll put like my foundation is like 2000 mm, 2 meter deep. Usually we isolated footing we usually carry it to like 3 feet deep or 4 feet deep for with the local projects. But if you are doing an international project with a convention center and high-rise building, we keep it like more than 10 meter out depth. We do pile foundation and all those. Surcharge for loading, no. Surcharge is like upwards force what we have. Then depth of water table 10 meter. Cohesion, undrained shear strength, we can put it all those here. Then I'll go to footing geometry. Footing geometry you can like calculate by the software itself, or you can calculate by yourself. So what I'm doing, I'm mainly calculating it by the software. So minimum length of foot is 1 by 1 meter, done. Then minimum thickness is 305. Okay, we have like at least 200 mm should be there with the bar spacing, and for clear cover of 50, 300 is very nominal. Then what is the maximum length of footing? I can go with my isolated footing of 12 by 12 meter. Maximum thickness 150. But why we are putting maximum and minimum both? How we can check it? We have planned dimension increment. Can you see this? Means if software is testing that if foundation of 1000 by 1000 meter fails, what it will do, it will increase the dimension by 50 mm. 1050 by 1050 it will check. It will, if it fails again, then it will check for 1100 and 1100. Same with the thickness. If it fails for 305, it will check for 3055. Sorry, 355. Again, if fails, then it will check for 405. Increment. Offset directions. Offset we don't have. If we want offset, suppose this is a corner and we want to move our foundation inside, then offset is used. Then sliding and overturning, these are factor of safety. Again, you are going to learn these about the in the code, IS code only. Factor of safety, what we keep it, we usually keep it like 1.5 is a very nominal for concrete designing. Any idea? I think Ankita might be having an idea how much factor we take it for coefficient of friction, factor safety against sliding and overturning. Ankita, you can type it. I know, I think mic is not working with you right. Anybody else who like remember the code, because I forgot it. It is around 1.5 we usually take it, but coefficient of friction I forgot it. No problem. So these are the all the following things are you have to follow from the code. Now the only thing we have to do is design. Click on design here and it will start analyzing it. Remember, I have done only the design of these 4 foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ankita, okay, 0.35. Okay, we have take it like 0.5. No problem. We can take it with 0.35 also. Please wait for 2 minutes, guys. My software is not responding. Once it responds, we have the analysis. Okay, now my analysis is done. Okay, now the size of my foundation is, you can see, it is this thickness are given to me. Foundation 1, 2, 13, 14. Foundation steel requirement. How much steel is required? 10 mm. I don't know why it is coming 0. Now all the calculations. Okay, these all are calculation. You can check it by yourself. Now the only thing I want to check it, drawings, GA drawings. Can you see this? Can you see this? This is like merging with another foundation. These two are not merging, but this is merging with another foundation, which is too much. So instead of that, what we can do, I can give a combined footing for this. Detailed drawings also I can have it. Suppose these are the detailed drawings what you can have it for foundation. It is a 6 by 6 meter, which is too much. here also. Okay, I'll go with 14. I think this is very nominal design. 10 mm dia bars with 90 mm spacing, 50 mm clear cover at the bottom at the top. Then lateral bars of 10 mm dia bar at 140 mm center to center distance. Geometry I'll go. Now what I need to do, I have designed these four as a isolated footing. Now I want to design these two as a raft footing. So what I can do, within job setup, I'll go again back, create a new job, click I want its draft, and change this type. Instead of ISO, in drop down menu I'll go combine footing with the same IS unit for code only for selected objects. Now what I have to do to create a route between them, I have to first add these loading, go to the bottom of my panel, and now I have to create a route between two. To create a route between these two, I have to select these two. First, I have to create a you can say model, and then select my call like foundation bottoms from where I want a raft and create raft. Again, I can create a raft from this and this also. If it is a straight line, it will create raft is created. Okay, now I'm along with isolated footing what we have with these two, I am creating raft for these two also. And after this, I'll go to my job setup, design parameters, and the same parameters are there with me because I have set them as a default. Sorry, this is not set as default, but concrete and rebar was set as default, so it will come. Footing geometry, all the parameters, and design. Now just one thing. Okay, now I'll click on design. Okay, it will start designing my raft footing. Now my raft will be designed. So it is so simple. Now your raft is designed. I don't know why my member raft one is not designed. There is some problem. So you can see this is your raft designing. If you go to geometry, detailed drawing, you can have it here. Detailed drawing for C2. First part of I don't know why it is okay. C1 and C2. Schedule drawings are also available with you. Schedule drawings are like a bar bending schedules. आपको बार कैसे कौन सी लेंथ के लेने हैं. So in this you have that schedules. LBH. Okay. For you can say PC1 means raft foundation 1, column number, their length, breadth, size, and then other details which are here of bars. Okay, I don't know why first is not being designed, first draft. There is some problem with my, I think, one column. Any doubt with this, anyone? Calculation sheet, you can go back. Graphs, you can again see. Column 2, I am seeing the graph. This is my shear force and bending moment graphs for any of this load. So these all things you can have. Apart from this, I have total calculation sheet for it. Okay, this is total calculation sheets. So your standards are given, your pedestals, your column size, bar size, your details, bearing capacity, maximum bar size, minimum, and on the basis of that, you are following using the formula, these formulas, and on the basis of these only you are having the calculation. You can see Q, Q max it is given respective factor bearing capacity. Q only is a bearing capacity. So all the foundation will be designed according to that parameters. So this is the only part of foundation design. Okay, Shubhankar is there. How bar bending schedule will be designed? Shubhankar, bar bending schedule either be designed by yourself or a site engineer on the site. Okay, Staad don't have the capacity to do bar bending schedule, but suppose if I close this, I'm closing my Staad foundation. This is how much Staad foundation we need to work on. There is a option called concrete design. Can you see this? We sometimes do bar bending in this concrete design. Apart from this, we have a software called RCDC. I I don't have RCDC right now with me. RCDC is a software which we use along with Staad for bar bending. We don't do bar bending in Staad. Yes, Satyendra. Yes, Satyendra. Unmute yourself. सत्येंद्र मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया आपको, एक बार अनम्यूट करके बताओ. एनी डाउट?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Any doubt till now, anyone? Any doubt? Did you understand? Raise hand if you got the understanding of the foundation design. Just raise hands. Ashutosh, great. Ankita, Ranjita, Vidyashri, Satyendra, Shivam. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll share the video of this. Maybe I'll share all the videos tomorrow. This is the whole Stat Pro what you need to learn, and along with that, I will send you a project details also and nomenclature, because I'm getting all of your projects on my WhatsApp. I want you to please send me on my Gmail ID, so that I can have the record of that. WhatsApp, I cannot have the record. Okay, first thing, that while doing the nomenclature, what you have to do, you have to first type your name and the project 123 and date of submission, and then you send that project to me. Okay, आपका project का name ये ऐसे रहेगा, क्योंकि otherwise मेरे लिए बहुत tough हो जाता है check करने के लिए. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, let's finish our session here. Now, the project you have designed till now with the parking lot and residential building, please do the foundation design of that also. I'll recommend you should design it with the raft foundation, not with isolated, otherwise it will be changed. Okay, great everyone. Okay, Satyam, you also, no problem. Priyadarshan, if you have any doubt, you can, anybody, if you have any doubt, you want to ask anything to me, please raise hand. And anything if you want to learn, or anything if you want to discuss, you're having exams, I know, all of you, so I'm not going to waste time. For like within 2-3 days, I'm going to call every one of you personally, and if you have any doubt, I want to just know how are the sessions. If you have any doubt, if you have any query, if you want any assistance for that, because other two batch what I'm having, they are like a final year, and they're having doubt with the like resume making and all those. So we are also planning to conduct a session for like interview, how to like sit in interview and make resumes, that also. So if you're interested, let me know. Meanwhile, I'll call you one by one, every one of you, in next week. Okay, thank you everyone, have a nice day, bye. And hopefully we meet again with maybe another software, maybe in your college, because I'm providing guest lectures to colleges right now. So those who are in how many, anybody from Punjab Technical University? Anybody from Punjab Technical University? Because I'm there is a HOD. I'm discussing. I have to go for the guest lectures. Okay, Priyadarshan, sir, I got many warnings saying length to depth ratio less than 2.5. Yes, very nice. Length to depth ratio of beam is less than 2.5, means आपकी depth जो है beam की वो आधा मीटर की है और length आपके पास 2.5 मीटर की है. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. You need to increase your length. आपका बहुत small part हो जाएगा तो आता है. And these are warnings. So warnings we can ignore, but we cannot ignore errors. So अगर आप FEM एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं, yes, मेरे को जहां तक उम्मीद है आपने स्टेयर केस में FEM करा होगा या वाटर टैंक में, और बीम वो ब्रेक हो गई. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर हैविंग दैट वार्निंग. ओके प्रियदर्शन, आई एम अनम्यूटिंग यू. प्रियदर्शन, मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया है, यू कैन स्पीक.
Yes, sir. Got you.
ओके आप ऐसे ही करें, वाटर टैंक में आई थिंक आपने एफईएम करा होगा, वो बीम भी ब्रेक्स हो गई.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shivam, in report, what all should we include? Okay. Shivam, the reports I want, it is not for the stat reports. I want you to write a report, type it. What is the purpose of designing this building? Bearing capacity. What is the conditions? How many cars we can like place in that index? After designing, just tell me the AST of beam, like B1 first floor beams, second floor beams, like this, and draw it also in AutoCAD. That kind of a report I want. I don't want the stat report. Sir, can we send the last class video? Rajeshwari, I'll send all the class videos tomorrow. I have to upload them because actually what happened after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, server will automatically delete the videos. So I have downloaded those videos, but I have to upload it again. So that's a server error. I cannot do anything for that. It will take some time for uploading. I'll upload tonight, no problem, and give it to you all the videos in a group by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.